Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ bless. All right, I'm Officer Yan. All right, and today's class is called Nightmare on America's Streets. Nightmare on America's Streets, the 11th hour. All right, hey, put that picture up. So we're going to go into Northern Kingdom. A lot is going on with Northern Kingdom. Them getting deported left and right, everywhere they're at. All right, so we're going to tap into that a little bit because we do have some of our people out there. They may call themselves the foundational Black Americans, right, where they going against their own brothers, which are the so-called Mexicans, which is Issachar, the so-called Salvadorians, all that, the so-called Hispanics, which are our people, right? So a lot of our people out there are actually going against them, and they're saying, well, now it's your turn. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't be rolling like that, and we're going to go over the scripture showing that. But go ahead, put that up. So this right here, this is why I titled it Nightmare on America's Streets. Because right now it's a nightmare for the so-called Hispanics out there on the streets. You know what I'm saying? They can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? They can't sleep. They fall asleep, boom, they caught up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we got this image. You see Freddy Krueger got the flag on right there, the red, white, and blue striped shirt. You know what I'm saying? And that's the puppets. And we're going to show you that. I'm going to get a video just about that too. All right, but let's go ahead. Give me Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28, start at verse 45.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
So this is Moses. Moses is talking to the children of Israel. Moses is letting the children of Israel know, hey, look, these are the curses that's going to happen, that's going to fall upon you if you don't keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. This is what he's telling them. So we're going to go over and show that the so-called Hispanics are part of the 12 tribes of Israel. They are our brothers and sisters. Read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So it says, these curses shall be upon our people for a sign and for a wonder. Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon our seed forever. Right? So give me 2nd Esdras 5 and 42. So these curses, the things that we're going to go through in this class, is going to show you the signs of the curses hit the so-called Hispanics, right? Hit the Northern Kingdom, all right, of the 12 tribes. Go ahead, read.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring.
So he said, I will liken my judgment as to a ring. Because when you go through the scriptures, when you go through the history, first there was Northern Kingdom, they got put into captivity. Then Southern Kingdom got put into captivity. So as they got afflicted, then we got afflicted. It's no different from today because our people think they're going to get a pass, right? Oh, it's your turn now. But guess what? After they finish getting afflicted, guess who's going to get afflicted next? We are. So he says the judgment is like a ring. Go ahead, read that again from the top.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring.
Go ahead.
Like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first.
You see that? No slackness of the last, no swiftness of the first. So we're going to get it. All these curses is going to hit our people, right? Ain't nobody going to be exempt, right? Because what? Guess what? He wants us to wake up and come closer to him, but we have a job to do, right? Give me that article, the first one. All right, the Immigration Coalition, right? It says, scroll back up. I want you to read the title.
Mexican lynchings, segregation, and mass deportation.
So it says Mexican lynchings, segregation, and mass deportations. That sounds familiar. That sounds like stuff that what? The Southern Kingdom went to, the so-called blacks, right? Go ahead, scroll down, read.
The history of the systematic mistreatment lynchings, segregation, and mass deportations of Mexican Americans and Mexican immigrants is a forgotten one in the United States of America. This history, sadly, isn't being taught nor talked about like it should be due to the black-white binary, respectfully.
So, but we're going to talk about it today. Go ahead, scroll. Scroll up. Stop, go right there. Go, no, back up. Right there, Mexican lynchings.
Mexican lynchings, one case largely overlooked or ignored, is that of 7 Mexican shepherds hanged by white villains near Corpus Christi, Texas, in late November 1873. The mob was probably trying to intimidate the shepherds employed into selling his land. None of the killers were arrested.
You see that? None of the killers were arrested. So it sounds familiar. They kill us, they hang us, and justice has not been done to the so-called white man or the woman. Justice have not been done. The same thing that happened to us happened to the Mexicans. Issachar. Go ahead, read.
From 1848 to 1928, mobs murdered thousands of Mexicans. Those surviving records allow us to clearly document only about 547 cases. Some committed at the hands of Texas Rangers. These lynchings occur not only in the southwestern states of Arizona, California, New Mexico, and Texas, but also in states far from the border, like Nebraska and Wyoming.
And Wyoming. All right, scroll up. Wait, go right. As I've dug deeper, go ahead.
As I've dug deeper into this study, what's important to note is that fact that if Anglo mobs kill African Americans for allegedly offenses that challenge white supremacy, Anglo mobs also lynch Mexican Americans and Mexican immigrants to police citizenship and sovereignty.
So it's saying what? The same thing that we went through is the same thing the so-called Hispanics went through. Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom, we're in these curses together. Go back to the Juan Crow laws. Yeah, where it says Juan Crow laws. Yep.
Juan Crow laws in Texas, where Anglo were unable to impose Jim Crow policies on Mexican Americans and Mexican immigrants legally. A less formal Juan Crow pattern of prejudice emerged in 1893 and 1905.
So it says a less formal Juan Crow pattern of prejudice emerged. Go ahead.
Texas passed a series of English-only laws that paved the way for the segregation of Mexicans in public schools.
So we're gonna see later that what they were doing is, I have a book that talks about that briefly. They were just trying to say that if you don't speak English, you know what I'm saying? They was, give me, matter of fact, just give me the book. While you're getting that book, give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 65 and 67.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
So you think that they didn't have that trembling heart back then when they were being lynched? You don't think they don't have that trembling heart now that they worry about getting deported? Right? Go ahead.
Verse 67.
Read it, 65 to 67. Go ahead.
66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
You see that? And your life shall hang in doubt before thee. Right? They were getting hung. Read.
And thou shalt fear day and night.
And they shall fear day and night. You don't think the same thing is going on today? They're fearing day and night. They don't know when they walk out their door if they go get snatched up or not. They don't know that. Go ahead.
And shall have none assurance of thy life.
And have none assurance of thy life. They don't know when they get taken if they're gonna live or if they're gonna die. They don't know what's gonna happen to them. Go ahead.
In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
So in the morning they go say, wish it was night. Because what? In the morning time, at nighttime, what? You can hide. It's better for you to hide. But when you out in the daytime, read that from the top again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 67. In the thou shalt say, would God it were even.
They were like, man, I wish to God that there was damn nighttime right now. Go ahead.
And at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning.
I wish it was morning right now. So your life is in the balance. You tiptoeing, you walking on eggshells during the day, during the nighttime. You don't know what's gonna happen to you. You don't know when it's gonna happen to you. Go ahead.
For the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear.
You see it? For the fear of thy heart, your mind, you're always constantly thinking, is it going to happen to me today? What's going on? Am I going to see my son again? Am I going to see my daughter again? Am I going to see my wife? The wife is thinking, am I going to see my husband? Am I going to see my kids? Go ahead.
And for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
So, go ahead, give me that book, Inventing Latinos. Inventing Latinos. Right? Because it talked about the language barrier. And so for time's sake, you don't have to read all of it. I'll tell you when to cut down. But go ahead, read it from the top where it says, meanwhile.
Zoom in a little bit. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court's 1954 decision in Brown versus Board of Education changed the legal avenues for African Americans and Mexicans American parents and children seeking justice. Attorney and future Judge James Deanda won two hard-fought schools desegregation cases in and around Corpus Christi in the years following Brown.
All right, so go ahead, scroll up the red part at the bottom where it says the school superintendent. Go ahead.
The school superintendent blamed Mexican American.
Next page. So the school superintendent blamed Mexican American parents for not teaching their children to speak English. So they were having trouble, having issues in school, right? Go ahead, the red part. The judge concluded, this is what I want y'all to see. Go ahead.
The judge concluded that Mexican Americans were an identifiable ethnic minority class protected under Brown versus Board of Education.
So what are they saying? They're saying that what? They're the same as what? The so-called blacks, the so-called African Americans. They put them in the same category because as we go on, a lot of, I say, when I was in a security class in the world, had to do a security class. The teacher asked this sister, she was Northern Kingdom. She put on her thing other, or she put on there, I think she put Puerto Rican. He said that's not a race, or something like that. She said that's not a race. He said either you're gonna put white or you're gonna put black. And when I heard that, I was like, damn. Now I was in the truth at the time, but I was like, damn. So I was up there, I was looking, I was trying to see what she was gonna write, what she was gonna mark up on the paper. I was being nosy as hell. But how I know what she put is after that she started hanging out with the so-called black people. So that's how I know what she put, you know what I'm saying, on the paper. But that's what they told her. You're either going to put you white or you're going to put you black, right? But go ahead, finish that out.
One recognizable on the basis of language, culture, religion, and physical characteristics. Right? You can jump out of that. All right. Give me the next article. So they had the one laws, and we're going to go back into the one Crow laws. Just like the Jim Crow laws they had on us, they was called the one Crow laws. They had laws for them too, right? But go ahead to the Bath riots. Give me the Bath riots. So on January 28th, 1917, there was a thing called the Bath riots, right? And we're going to read about it. Go ahead, scroll up on that. Go ahead. On January 28th, 1917, 17-year-old Carmelita Torres, who crossed the border daily from Juarez to clean
Juarez
to clean houses in El Paso, refused to take a toxic disinfectant bath.
So they were made to take toxic disinfectant baths each time they crossed over the border. So they created a border. Mexico, America, they created that. So each time they walked over, they had to get a disinfectant, a toxic bath, right? Scroll down. Let me see. Go right there where it says all, go back up, all immigrants. I think I'm probably passing something, but all immigrants. Go ahead.
All immigrants from the interior of Mexico and those whom the U.S. customs officials deemed second class. Residents of Juarez, required to strip completely, turn in their clothes to be sterilized in a steam dryer, and fumigated with hydrochloric acids, and stand naked before a customs inspector who will check his or her hairy parts, scalp, armpits, chest, genital area for lice.
So they're checking them for lice. Now, when I was in school, when I was in elementary school, I used to go to the nurse's office sometimes. And I went in there one day and I saw this little Edomite girl in there. I'm like, what the hell going on in here? And I saw a little piece of paper on the table, all right? And I was like, what the hell is this piece of tape? What the hell is this? It was lice. Every time I turned around, the Edomite always had damn lice in their damn head. But they're turning around and they portray the things that's going on with them and try to put it on us. So now they're talking about, oh, we checking them for lice, right? But they stripping them. You got to think about that. They're stripping the men and the women, even the children. They're stripping them down butt naked in front of everybody. That's humiliating. I can't even talk because he got me talking like that over there. That's you feel humiliated. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's crazy. But go ahead, finish reading.
Those found to have lice will be required to shave their heads and body hair with clippers and bathe with kerosene and vinegar.
What is kerosene? That's damn gas. So they had to bathe with gasoline and vinegar. And they stripped them butt naked and made them shave off the hair of their body. So does that sounds pretty familiar. Sounds familiar, right? Right? But go ahead, scroll down. Look at that. Look at that picture. That's what they were doing to him. Butt naked. Spraying them in there. Like they're animals, like they're cattle. Right? Getting fumigated with pesticides. Right? Scroll. Go up. Wait, go back right there. Beyond
the indignity of the process, there was a dignity of the process. There was a real danger of being burned in the fire.
You see that? It was a danger of being burned in a fire because they were bathing in damn kerosene and oil. Read.
That happened in 1916 in the El Paso City Jail. When someone struck a match near a tub during the mayor's disinfection campaign, and 27 prisoners burned to death. See that? And they burned to death. They burned to death. So when you hear about the sister Carmelita Torres, she protested against that. All right. So it was a big thing. You know what I'm saying about that? They was like, we ain't taking this no more. We ain't doing this, right? So give me Leviticus, right? There's something else I wanted. I'm gonna come back to it, but I might come back to it. Give me Leviticus 26. Start at verse 16. The book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 16. I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ague that shall consume the eyes. That shall consume the eyes. Ague, that's talking about the diseases, different diseases, right? So it says burning ague and consume the eyes. Go ahead. And cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain. For your enemies shall eat it. Go ahead. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. Because that's what we just read about. They were getting burnt. They were getting slain before the enemies. They were getting hung
Right? Go ahead.
They that hate you shall reign over you.
It says, they that hate you shall reign over you. Who reigns over our people right now? The so-called white man. They reign. They're the ones that's mainly reigning over our people. Go ahead.
And ye shall flee when none pursueth
And
you.
he shall flee when none pursue it. Because guess what? That's what's going on with Northern Kingdom right now. They're trying to flee everywhere, hide out, all that, so they don't get deported. Go ahead.
Verse 18. And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for
Why?
your sins.
Because what? Northern Kingdom is heavy in idolatry, right? They heavy in worshiping the Virgin Mary, you know what I'm saying, white Jesus. They're very heavy in that, right? Just like when you read in the past in the scripture, it was what? Idolatry, right? That got them caught up. It's no different from today, even with our people. But go ahead.
And I will break the pride of your power.
He said, I will break the pride of your power. I want to get back to that later. But he said, I will break the pride of your power. Read.
And I will make your heaven as iron, and your earth as brass.
Meaning what? Shackles and chains. They did it in the past, and guess what? They're doing it now again. When they get deported, they just go drag them out. No, they putting them in what? Handcuffs. They're shackling their ankles. They're shackling their wrist, right? And they're throwing them in what? Concentration camps. Go ahead. I think that's...
Verse 20.
Yep, verse 20. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And your strength shall be spent in vain, for your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruits.
So
And
that's it. That's it. So go to the One Crow laws. Go to the One Crow laws. So I'm just showing how the Northern Kingdom, you know, they are part of the 12 tribes of Israel. They are Israelites according to the Bible. They are our brothers and sisters, right? So read that about the One Crow. One Crow.
One Crow is political terminology that was coined by journalist Roberto Levedo. It first gained popularity when he used it in an article for The Nation magazine in 2008.
All right, so go up. Scroll down. Right there, mob violence.
Mob violence. The term One Crow has also been used to refer to historical instance of mob violence, as well as a de facto discrimination that specifically targeted Mexicans and people of Mexican descent.
So isn't that what's going on now? When you see that, back then they said they had Texas Rangers, right? That was going, and now they got what? ICE. So now it's not Texas Rangers now, it's ICE that's going after them. That's a mob. That is a mob. I don't give a damn if they're getting paid for it. That's a job. They are a mob. They're going through, pulling up and ripping people out of their homes. They're going up to courts, houses, ripping them out of courthouses. They doing all that. That's a mob. Go ahead.
Between the years 1848 and 1928, mob violence against people of Mexican descent totaled 547 lynchings.
And it's total lynchings. Guess what? The last time when they were getting deported, there's people who kids are missing. They probably put them in sex trafficking. There are people who's missing their parents. They probably killed them. You don't know what happened to them, right? Go ahead.
Texas holds the highest tally with 232 victims. Other Southwest states, which include California, Arizona, and New Mexico, range between 25 and 143 lynching murders.
All right, scroll up. Let's see. All right. So give me real quick, because I'm going to go back to the first article that we had. So real quick, give me Deuteronomy 28, 49, and 50. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49 and 50.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar.
So he said, he shall bring a nation against us from afar. Read.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the eagle flieth. right? When the conquistadors came over to get the northern kingdom, what was their symbol? The eagle. No different from the so-called white man of America today. Their symbol's what? The eagle, right? Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Guess what? They're getting deported. They don't understand the English language. Some of them, all they know is his Spanish. So they still don't understand the tongue, right? Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old.
Which shall not what?
Regard the person of old.
So they don't regard the person of old. They don't give a damn how old you are. They're snatching you up and deporting you. Go ahead.
Nor show favor to the young.
Nor show favor to the young. They snatching babies. Parents, kids gone. The kids are still over here, the parent is over here in America, but the kid gone. That don't make no sense. Go ahead.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle. And
that was
the fruit.
That was verse 50?
Yes, sir.
All right. So give me, go to that article, back to the first article we had real quick.
Mexican Americans and Mexican immigrants experience segregation in restaurants.
So real quick, remember we read out of the book, Inventing the Latinos, correct? So it says here, above, remember it was talking about the segregation of Mexicans in public schools. Because what? The language barrier, right? And we read about that. But go ahead, finish.
Water fountains, buses, deportations, and bathrooms.
So the same way we couldn't drink at certain water fountains, we couldn't go into certain bathrooms, we couldn't ride certain buses, we couldn't go into restaurants, the same thing was with them. They couldn't do it either. All right, go ahead. For example,
my abuelita, grandma, told me that when she was younger, Mexicans were often sitting next to African Americans in buses and sharing the same bathrooms and water fountains. My abuelita, grandma, also told me while Engels were screaming the terrible N-word to African Americans, they were also screaming beaner, wetback, and alien to Mexican Americans and Mexican immigrants in Texas. Sadly, Mexicans and African Americans face a lot of the same discrimination.
They face a lot of the same discrimination. No different. Give me Deuteronomy 28, all right, and 37.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations where the Lord shall lead thee.
So read that from the top again.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a byword,
a proverb,
and a byword among all nations whether the Lord shall lead thee.
So that's what you've seen right there. Beaner, wetback, all that. Alien. They're called everything but their God-given name. Everything but their God-given name. No different from us. We are the same people. We are the same people. Give me the other article. The Nahshon.com, that article. Jim Crow laws apply to Hispanics. I want y'all to see it. Go back up. Y'all see it? It says Jim Crow laws, Hispanics, and their plight. All right? Go down to the, go down. Right there. Characteristics. All right? Go ahead, read that.
Were Hispanics targeted by Jim Crow laws? Values. Yes, Hispanic were targeted by Jim Crow laws, which were enforced against Mexican Americans in Texas under a system known as War Crow laws.
Crow laws. Go ahead.
Were Hispanics subject to racial discrimination and segregation? Yes, Hispanics were subject to racial discrimination and segregation in various aspects of life, including schools, restaurants, drinking fountains, and housing.
Go ahead.
Were Hispanics subject to mob violence and lynchings? Yes, there is a documented history of mob violence and lynchings against Hispanics, particularly in Texas, with an estimate thousands of Latinos killed by mobs.
Next.
Were Hispanics subject to Deportation and immigration enforcement.
So were the Hispanics subject to deportation and immigration enforcement? Remember, they're talking about this is back then, right? But the same thing is going on today. Go ahead, read that.
Yes. There is a history of forced deportations and immigrants raids targeting Hispanics, regardless of their citizenship status.
You see that? Ain't that going on today? There are so-called Mexicans. There's Northern Kingdom over here that have citizenship, yet they're still getting deported. They're still getting deported. It's no different, right? We got a book that says the new Jim Crow laws, right? So basically they're saying that the Jim Crow laws are still in effect. So guess what? The Ron Crow laws are still in effect too. It's no different. It's no different. Read that thing again.
Yes, there is a history of forced deportations and immigration raids targeting Hispanics, regardless of their citizenship status.
Go ahead.
Were Hispanics barred from voting, barred from voting and subjected to voter discrimination? Yes. Hispanics face voting discrimination, including through the use of literacy tests and poll taxes that effectively barred them from voting.
Guess what? That was the same thing that happened with us. We had to take literacy tests in order to be able to vote. Right? That's it on that. We're gonna drop that. We're gonna drop it. All right. Give me Jeremiah 50 and 33. Jeremiah chapter 50 and 33. All right. So we already read out of the book Inventing in Latinos. All right. At the part of that in that chapter it says the elusive quest for whiteness. Elusive quest for whiteness, because a lot of Hispanics think that they're white. They think that they're white. But guess what? They're us. They are us, but they think that they're white. But before we get into that part, give me Jeremiah 50 and 33.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
They were what?
Oppressed together.
We were oppressed together, and we're still oppressed together today. We're not separate. We may be separated by language, right? But we're not separated by these curses. We're not separated by that. We're not separated by this oppression. We're still getting oppressed together, right? Read it from the top again.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
They refused to let them go. Guess what? I don't know if y'all heard that Trump, all this with the deportation going on, Trump was like, well, now they're saying, because they know if they get all of them out there, it's going to affect their economy, right? So now he's saying, and I'm going to have to do something on this one, but now he's saying, well, guess what? If y'all farmers, if y'all have them on your land, right, they're your responsibility. What does that sound like? That sound like damn slavery. That sound like slavery. So guess what? You're the owner of this farmland. They're working this farmland. You got to take care of them. They're your responsibility. That sounds like damn slavery to me, all over again. But guess who went into slavery first? The Northern Kingdom. The Northern Kingdom, right? In the scriptures, the Assyrian captivity, right? And then in 1492, who got hit up first? The Northern Kingdom. And now they trying to do this thing. Who's getting hit up first? The Northern Kingdom. Guess who next? We got to get our minds right. We are the same people. Those are our brothers and sisters. So the ones that are out there that's saying, hey, we're different. It's y'all turn now. Y'all got to take this punishment. Y'all go take the same punishment. And the way they're asking for us to come help them, you're going to be asking for them to come help you. We're all in the same, it's the same playing field. The same playing field. All right, give me Hosea 8 and 13. Hosea chapter 8, verse 13.
The book of Hosea, chapter 8 and verse 13. They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings and eat it, but the Lord accept them not. Now would he remember their iniquities and visit their sins, they shall return to Egypt.
They shall return to slavery. Because what? Northern Kingdom is in a lot of idolatry, like I said earlier. Virgin Mary, white Christ, they deal with all that stuff. All right? That's what they do. So he said, you shall return to Egypt. You're going to return into slavery again. It's going to happen. They're going to try to do the same thing with us. But when you hear Trump say that, that's basically what he's saying. That's returning right there to slavery. Right? Give me, I already did the Inventing Latinos. Give me Leviticus 26:19. Again, go back to Leviticus 26:19. That pride of your power.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 19. And I will break the pride of your power.
He said, I will break the pride of your power. Because guess what? A lot of Northern Kingdom think that they're white. They think that they have privileges that they really don't have. They'll look down upon the Southern Kingdom. They'll look down upon us. They think that they're white. They think they got it made. A lot of them do, right? So he said, I'm going to break the pride of your power. Go ahead.
And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron and your earth as brass.
All right, so give me the article. Why are Hispanics identifying as white? Go ahead.
Consider a new study of census return report on by the Field Research Center. It showed, apparently, that significant numbers of Hispanics are now identifying as white.
So the census report is showing that the Northern Kingdom are identifying themselves as white. Go ahead.
The research was presented at the recent Population Association of America meeting.
Go ahead.
Some news reports suggested that Hispanics, rather than solidifying a distinct ethnic identity and becoming a driving force of a major minority feature,
might instead try to be just. Go ahead, scroll up.
Future might instead try to be just the latest group of immigrants, such as Italians or Jews, to become white.
Pretty much, they just saying, we rather just claim to be white. We're white. That's what they claim to be, right? Go down. So they claim to be white. Scroll down, scroll down. I don't see this guy. Let me see. So that's all I want on that. That's all I want on that. So give me the next one. It's simple, really. Why Latinos flock to Trump. All right. It's simple, really. Why Latinos flock to Trump's working class coalition. Go ahead.
There we go. Donald Trump has soared to a
decisive
election. Victory over Kamala Harris, lifted up by
Kamala Harris. Oh. Slow down, man. Slow down. You all right? Go ahead.
Kamala Harris, lifted up by some of the very voters that Democrats once relied on. The Republican president-elect shows strength with the white working class, voters who first propelled him to the White House in 2016, while racking up huge support from Latino voters and putting in a better than expected performance among younger Americans, especially men.
Go ahead.
Among Latinos, a key part of the Democratic voter base for decades. Trump benefited from a mammoth 14 percentage point bump compared to the 2020 election, according to the exit polls.
So he went up, right? Because the Latinos, right, decided to vote for him. So they voted for him, and now a lot of them regret that they voted for him. Do I got that in there? on one of the videos. Right there, it's Venezuela who backed Trump now fear deportation.
President Donald Trump is expected to invoke a sweeping wartime authority to speed up mass deportations. That's according to sources familiar with these discussions.
So this comes as Venezuelans in Florida, many of whom voted for Trump because of his tough stance on immigration, are now having second thoughts. For CBS News Miami, Priscilla Alvarez has the story.
Ay, sí, el cafecito.
For Carol Duran Perez, the routines of daily life have been thrown into chaos. She's a Venezuelan immigrant, now terrified of being deported. Are you afraid of your son walking to school?
Sí.
Yes, truly, yes.
What are you afraid of?
De que lo vayan.
That they'll pick him up and he won't have time to call me. Also that it might happen when I'm not with him or he's not with me. That is the worst fear I have.
Hey, stop real quick. Pause that. Give me real quick, because I don't have this. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 32. This is what she's saying. She says she's feared that he will get picked up walking home from school. That's her fear. This is why she feared that, because she knows this right here. Right? This is what's going to happen.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Because that's what's going to happen. They come in, ICE come in, they snatch her son up. He's going to be given to another people, right? He's no longer going to be with his mother, with his family, right? Go ahead.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing from them all the day long.
That's what she's talking about right there. She's like basically saying, I don't know what I'm going to do if my son gets snatched up. She's in that fear about him getting snatched up. Go ahead.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
Because she knows she won't have the power to get him back. And you're going to see that later on. Go ahead, play it.
So many other Venezuelans she cheered when Donald Trump was elected because of his tough approach to policies, such as his promise to crack down on a violent Venezuelan criminal organization.
We will expel every single illegal alien, gang member, and migrant criminal operating on American soil and remove the savage gang Tren de Aragua from the United States.
You supported Donald Trump, even though you couldn't vote for him.
Sí, sí, yo creo que.
Yes. I believe there is a large community of Venezuelans who did.
What she didn't expect is for those policies to throw her life in limbo and stoke fear in her community. Carol is one of hundreds of thousands of Venezuelan immigrants who were granted temporary protected status, or TPS, under the Biden administration. President Trump wiped that away for all Venezuelans. When they said the TPS is going to be revoked, were you surprised?
Sí, totalmente.
Yes, totally. And this was a hard blow because practically the same day he took office, he went against Venezuelans. It seemed personal.
Carol's not alone. This slice of Florida is affectionately called Dorazuela. Doral, a Miami suburb best known for its Trump golf resort, is home to 27,000 Venezuelan immigrants, more than any other city in the U.S. President Donald Trump handedly won Doral in 2024, a place where 40% of its population has Venezuelan roots. And it's restaurants like these that have become staples of the community, also where they've protested his actions to revoke TPS. El Arepaso is a gathering place for Venezuelans. The restaurant is losing business. People are afraid to leave their homes. Immigration attorney Rosana Guillen says her phone hasn't stopped ringing since the decision to revoke deportation protections.
And there's actually people sobbing on the other line, crying and scared for the family members.
She says it's a mistake for the Trump administration to group all Venezuelans.
Stop it. So everybody get the point. They get the point what's going on. So they voted for him. They think that they're what? They think that they're white. You can tell, look, she thinks she white. She said she couldn't even vote, but she supported him. Right? Because they think that they, resemble the so-called white. They think we got something in common. But Trump said, oh, confrere. Sight, yep. He said, sight. He said, the hell with this. The Most High moved his spirit. I was like, nah, I'm about to show y'all who y'all really are. Y'all not white, right? But that's why they did that, right? So give me, that's why I said the pride of them. Go ahead and give me the Freddy Krueger. Play that. That's Trump right there. That's America.
I need you, Jesse. We got special work to do here, you and me. You've got the body. I've got the brain.
You can cut it. You see that? He said, you've got the body and I've got the brains. That's what's going on. Northern Kingdom. They think that they're what? They think that they're white. So their minds, that's why I said, you got the body, I got the brains. They're programmed. They're programmed, right? Give me, go through those deportation videos real quick. Just play them. I'm going to play them real quick. I'm not going to, starting from the top one. Where ICE, yep, ICE shatters car window. Yep, start with that one on down. They sitting in their car. They coming through, they don't give a damn. All right, give me the next one. This says the Menendez family. They're Guatemalan, right? Go ahead, give me the next one real quick. I'm going to try to go through these quick. I'm just showing you. This was in Massachusetts, right? This was in Massachusetts, right? Now go to the next one right here. Let's see where this one's at. This is in Southern California. Go ahead.
Good morning and welcome to the KTLA 5 Morning News at 11 a.m. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. Thanks for joining us. Vulnerable communities are on edge as ICE operations push forward with at least one violent confrontation caught on camera.
Fears of federal raids have affected some local produce markets, with some workers steering clear. We have live team coverage this morning with the latest on the immigration enforcement. We're going to start with Kimberly Chang. She's live in downtown Los Angeles with details on the economic impact. Kimberly?
Hi, we just took a walk through some of the produce markets here, and a worker was telling me that there haven't been ICE raids in this area, but there's always rumors floating around, and that makes people nervous and fearful, and they just have been avoiding this area altogether. Take a look at this video shot earlier this morning. This is in downtown LA's produce district. This is where people buy supplies. Business owners come here, street vendors come here. There's fresh produce stands and wholesalers, and it's a typically bustling area. But with immigration and customs enforcement raids intensifying throughout the city recently, workers say it's noticeably less crowded here and at many public places as people are not showing up to work or shop out of fear.
So y'all see that? Out of fear, like now the economy is affected, right? Go ahead. Next one. That's in Southern California. This one's right here. The next one, this is in Alabama. This one's in Alabama. They're coming on their jobs. On their jobs. Remember, Trump said, he said, gang members, right? We're coming after them. We're doing this, that, and the third. Talking about like the cartel, stuff like that. He said, we're coming after them. I don't see them going after that. I see them going after people that's actually trying to make a living, that's working hard. They going on their jobs and snatching them up. Go ahead, play that.
A video surfaces out of the Mobile metropolitan area in Alabama showing ICE agents violently detaining a man who is a U.S. citizen. The man puts up no resistance. Despite that, he's thrown to the ground violently by agents. His co-workers scream he's a U.S. citizen. In his pocket was a U.S. driver's license. Despite that, they still arrested and detained the man, only to later find out he is, in fact, a U.S. citizen.
All right, next video.
I don't know if...
So they don't give a damn. You a U.S. citizen. Remember when we were in the article, it said second class. Like you're not a U.S. citizen. So it don't matter if they got a license or whatever. We don't consider you a U.S. citizen, right? Next one. So that was in Alabama. This one's in Florida. Go ahead. Cut it. You can cut it. So that was in Florida, right? Give me Lamentations 4:17. Because you saw that lady there, she all that paperwork, they trying to do this, go to the court system and all that. Lamentations 4:17.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Because guess what she said? We looked at Trump. He was pushing these strong values. He was talking about getting, the gangs and stuff out of here and all that. They were looking at that. So they were looking at a nation to save them, to uplift them. Right, and they're still doing it now because they filling out paperwork saying, "No, I'm a citizen." I think it was called the TPS, whatever. They have to go through and fill out all that paperwork just so they could stay over here. She had stacks and stacks, and she still feared for her son, who was probably born over here, that he would get snatched up. Right? Read that again.
Verse 17. As for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Because this nation is not going to save us. That's why we have this stuff is happening to us, why we're getting afflicted, so we can come back to the Most High God in Christ. Christ is the only one that's going to come back and redeem us and save us. Not the so-called white man. But like he said, you got the body, I got the brains. So we got to try to come out and reach our people to try to reprogram them. Right? And show them who they are according to the Bible. Now give me this is how it is. Give me the next Freddy Krueger joint. So it's got a curse word in it, just one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting that out there right now. The one that says help yourself. Because this right here, like I said, Freddy Krueger, that's Trump. Trump is Freddy Krueger. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's passing all this stuff, right? Now I want you to see the Northern Kingdom looking dude that come up to Freddy Krueger. Look how he try to reason with him. That's what they're doing now. They're trying to reason with them. Go ahead, play that.
Just calm down, right? Relax.
So that's what they tell him. So he's like, calm down, relax.
It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right.
Nobody's gonna hurt you. Just tell us what you want, all right?
Hey, pause it. So you hear him, he said, look, just tell us what you want. He's like, just tell us what you want. Go ahead, play.
Yeah, I'm here to help you.
Stop. He said, I'm here, just tell us what you want. We're here to help you. That's why they look at this. So we're the same. I'm here to help you. I'm on your side. That's what they're saying to Trump, to white America. Like we can help you. We're the same, right? I'm on your side. Well, this is what they're saying to him. Go ahead, play.
Go, fucker!
Hey, go back. Go back. Go back a little bit. Go ahead, take it back a little bit. Right there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here to help you.
Help yourself, fucker!
So what did he do? Stop it. He told me, he said, go help yourself, effer. I can't say the word. That's what he told him. He said, go help yourself. That's what's going on now. They're running around. They're trying to look for, guess what he's telling them? Go help yourself. Go help yourself. But that's why we're here, right? And we're going to get into that a little bit in a moment. But that's why we're here. We're here to help our people, right? Go ahead, play. So he said, you're all my children now. Because what was Freddy Krueger? Freddy Krueger's job was the what? He'll kill you and he'll take what? Your soul. Your soul. Now we read that in Revelations where he said they got our souls, right? They're gonna take the souls. That's what he do, right? Give me, is that it on that one? Give me the next one. This is where they get their power from. Remember, that without us, the economy fails, right? Without us, Esau has no power. hold on, y'all. Without us, Esau has no power, right? We the ones that, we help them out. We feed their economy, right? But if we fall back and we come back to God's law, statutes, commandments, and we don't feed their economy, we don't feed into their holidays and all that, guess what? Their power is gone. Their power starts diminishing. And guess who starts rising up? And we're going to start rising up, and we're going to get our power back, right? But go ahead, play that.
Of the children, give me strength.
So I'll just tell you real quick for time's sake. So the girl put a pole through him, and he pulled it out. And she said, he's more powerful. He's more powerful than last time. Why is he more powerful? He's telling you right there. This is why he's powerful, because he got all the souls of the children. God's children. Esau has God's children in his possession. He have us. Right? Go ahead. That's it. You can cut it. So he showed why he have the power, because he have all those souls, right? That's why he has the power, right? Now, give me Hosea 5 and 15. Hosea 5 and 15.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
So the Most High said, I'm going to go return to my place until the children of Israel acknowledge that we've sinned against him. Read.
And seek my face.
And seek his face through what? The Bible. Through the Bible. Go ahead.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
And through the affliction, they will seek the Most High God. So right now, it's the 11th hour. It's the 11th hour. Northern Kingdom is getting afflicted. And it's going to be only a matter of time where they're going to start seeing who they really are, because we're going to go out there and we're going to show them who they really are and what's going on with them according to the Bible, to bring them back into the fold, right? Give me Isaiah 11 and 13.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah.
Ephraim shall not what?
Envy Judah.
So Ephraim shall not envy Judah, because remember, we were getting shot down in the streets. All things were happening to us, and we were looking for the so-called Hispanics, our brothers, to come in, help, protest, do this, but they weren't there, right? He said, Ephraim should not vex Judah. Go ahead.
And Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
And Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Right now, they're getting afflicted, but a lot of our people are going against them, saying, we're not helping you, or you're not our people. So now we're vexing them. But the scriptures told us we shouldn't be vexing each other. We're supposed to come together. Is that it on that?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me Matthew 20. So we're going to speed it up. Matthew chapter 20, start at verse 1.
The book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 1. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard.
Stop. So it says, for the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. Give me the vineyard. Isaiah 5 and 7. Let's see what the vineyard is. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 7.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 7. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel.
For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the what?
House of Israel.
Is the house of Israel. That's the vineyard, the house of Israel. Give me Zechariah 12 and 7. Zechariah 12 and 7. Let's see who the laborers are. So the vineyard is the house of Israel. That's the vineyard. Go ahead.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 12 and verse 7. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first.
So the Lord shall save the tents of Judah first. Go ahead.
That the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
All right. So Judah had to what? Be raised up first, right? We had to be raised up first, the southern kingdom. We had to be raised up first, and then we'll go out and bring in the northern kingdom, right? We're going to start getting to that. Verse 2, Matthew 20 and 2.
The book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 2. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day.
So when he agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, that penny is going into the promises, right? It's the promises. Give me that real quick. This is the promise. Revelations 2, start at verse 26 and to 27.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end.
Meaning he that overcometh, meaning overcomes sin, right? Go ahead.
To him will I give power over the nations.
So will I give power over the nations, right? Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
And we shall rule them with a rod of iron. Go ahead.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
All right. So that's the promise. The promise that what? We will get the kingdom and we will be in rulership. And the other nations will be in servitude. That's a promise that was given to us. That's that penny. Go ahead. Now go back. Verse 2.
The book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 2. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard. And he went out about the third hour.
So this is what's going on. So now you're seeing Judah, right? The southern kingdom, they're getting what? They're getting brought in. They're getting brought in. They're getting taught who they are, right? And they're raising up, right? So now guess what? They understand who they are. So now they can go out and they can go and teach and to bring in more of our brothers and sisters into the fold. This is what this is going into, right? So it says in verse 3.
Verse 3. And he went out about the third hour.
About the third hour. The third hour is talking about 8 to 9 a.m., right? Go ahead.
And saw others standing idle in the marketplace.
So he saw others standing idle, right? Real quick, Proverbs 19:15. Proverbs 19:15. He saw others standing idle. Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 19 and verse 15. Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger.
And an idle soul shall suffer hunger. Read that from the top again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 19 and verse 15. Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep.
So slothfulness cast into a deep sleep. That's what's going on. Our people right now are cast into a deep sleep. Read.
And an idle soul shall suffer hunger.
Shall suffer hunger, meaning what? What should we be hungering after? Right? Righteousness. Real quick, Matthews 5 and 6. Real quick. Matthews 5 and 6. And then we're going to go back. So real quick. This is what we should be hungering after. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
After righteousness. Give me Deuteronomy 6:25. That hunger and thirst after righteousness. Go ahead. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God, as he has commanded us.
So the righteousness is keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments. That's what we should be hungering after. But we've been idle. We've been slothful, right? In what? White America, in Esau's world, right? Go ahead. Go back, Matthew 20.
The book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 3. And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace.
So he saw other our people. So now we have people that's in the truth. They understand who we are. So now we're going to go out and we're going to reach our other people that are out there. That are what? That were in the same mentality, the same decay state that we are in, right? So we're trying to help them out, pull them in. Go ahead.
And said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way.
And they went their way. How? Give me Luke 14 and 23. This is what we did.
The book of Luke, chapter 14, and verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges.
So that's what he told us to do. Go out to the highways and hedges. Go out to where our people are. Read.
And compel them to come in.
And compel them to come in. So that's what we're doing, right? Right? Go ahead. So go back.
That my house may be filled.
That my house may be filled. His vineyard. Right? The vineyard may be filled. Go ahead. So Proverbs 1 and 20. Proverbs 1 and 20.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 20
to 21. Go ahead.
Wisdom crieth without, she utter her voice in the streets.
She utter her voice in the streets. So we're out there in the highways and byways. We're out there in the streets. Uttering what? Wisdom, God's words to our people. Go ahead.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. And in the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
All right, so that's what we're doing. We're going out and we're trying to compel our people to come in. We're trying to give them God's knowledge, right? So go back. Matthew 20.
4. We have 5.
No, verse 5.
The book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 5. Again, he went out about the 6th and 9th hour and did likewise.
So again, he went out again, the 6th. So now we got more people that came in, right? Now those people are learned. So guess what? Now they're going to go out and we're going to continue this fight. Now we're growing. We're going to continue this fight. So now it's the 6th hour, all right? It's 11 to 12 p.m. And then they got the 9th hour, which is 2 to 3 p.m., right? So now in the process of time, you know, we're growing and we're going out and we're reaching our people, right? Verse 6.
And about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing idle, and saith unto them, why stand ye here all the day idle? They say unto him, because no man had hired us.
Go ahead.
He saith unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive.
All right, so now give me Romans 13:11, right? So now it's 11th hour. So this is what we're doing now in the 11th hour, which is now. So now we got to go out and we got to reach Northern Kingdom on this 11th hour. And this is what we got to do. Go ahead.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time
that
to
now it is high time. Go ahead.
To awake out of sleep.
To awake out of sleep, out of idleness, from being slothful. Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
You see that? So now our salvation is nearer than what we believe. Because now we're in the 11th hour. It's nearer than what we believe. Go back. Where we at? Verse 8. Matthew 20, verse 8. Come on.
The book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 8. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard saith unto his steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny.
Meaning what? They receive what? Power. They receive the kingdom. Right? So that's what that's going into. That's in a process of time. Now we're in the 11th hour. Now we got to go and wake up and bring Northern Kingdom in. Bring them back into the fold. Right? So give me Ezekiel 37 and 15. I was going to go into something else, but I'm looking at the time. So Ezekiel 37 and 15, real quick.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 15. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Go ahead.
And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick.
And make them what?
One stick.
And make us one stick back together again as the 12 tribes of Israel. No longer will we be separated as a people. Go ahead.
And they shall be one in mine hand.
And we shall be one in Christ's hands, right? Go real quick, Zephaniah 2:1. Zephaniah 2:1.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourself together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. He said nation, right? Meaning the 12 tribes of Israel. That's including northern kingdom. As you can see what's going on with them, they're not desired either. As a people, as a nation, as the 12 tribes, we are not desired here in America. You got deportation going on, right? You got the so-called African Americans getting shot down in the streets. You got all this stuff going on with us, and we're sitting up here thinking that we're not the same people. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's why he told us, guess what? When you gather together, guess what? That's where our power lies, in us gathering together. Right? Read that from the top again.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourself together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth.
All right, before what? The bombs drop. Before the bombs drop. That's why I said it is now high time for us to awake out of sleep. Right? For the time is near. We have to wake up, Israel. We have to wake up. We have to stop this foundational black American, I'm going to call it foundational black dummies. That's what I'm going to call it, because they're dumb to think that those aren't our people. Those are our people. We need to get out of that mindset. All right, we're the same. Real quick. So it said when we gather ourselves together, we're going to gather ourselves under the banner of this Bible, under God's laws. And when we do that, this is what's going to happen. Deuteronomy 28, in verse 9.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 9.
Matter of fact, give me verse 8.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 8. The Lord shall command a blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou sittest thy hand unto, and he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Go ahead.
The Lord shall establish thee a holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways.
Meaning what? When we gather ourselves together, and we keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, right? This is what's going to happen. Read.
And all the people of the earth shall see.
So all the other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, read.
That thou art called by the name of the Lord.
That what? That we're now back in the fold. We're back under our one true God, right? Read.
And they shall be afraid of thee.
And they're going to be afraid of us. Right? And that's when the persecution is going to start. They're going to be afraid of us because now we're gathering ourselves together under the what? The banner of the Bible, under God's law, statutes, and commandments. Now we're starting to get our power back together. We can't do that separate. All right? So with that, Israel, I'm going to say shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.